Aditya's going to give us an insight into the match. So this is going to be awesome. Aditya, you can ask the boys any questions you want. I'm going to give you an opportunity to ask the boys any questions you want as well and give your insight on. But let's talk IPL now. So, guys, this is going to kind of be our IPL preview and our IPL review. So he's going to talk about, obviously, some of the games the game that happened today and then some of the games that are coming up, particularly with regards to the Proteas as well. So, Aditya, take it away.
Hi, guys. Good to see you all.
How's about?
Very good, man. What are you? So today we probably saw one of the most exciting IPL games you can ever hope to watch. It went into the Super Over, and batting, bowling, fielding, captaincy, everything was just top notch. So to begin with, we had the Delhi Daredevils who batted first, and Mohammad Shami, the Indian international quick, he just ran through the top order. So they were about, I think, 30 for 4, something like that. And then, of course, Shreyas Iyer is the captain, and Rishabh Pant. They had a 70-odd run partnership, but it still sort of fell through. I think like 80 for 5 at the end of it, 80, 90 for 5 by the end of it. And then Marcus Stoinis towards the end, he just hit a lot downtown. And I think the last 4 overs, 61 runs were scored. So incredible. I think he made 53 of 21 balls. Fantastic, outstanding innings. And then post that, we had our boys from South Africa, KG and Andrik Moltke, open the bowling. And I think this time they were met with perhaps a more disciplined top order batting performance from Kings XI Punjab, but that was short lived because they went from being 30 for no loss to 35 for 4 within the span of 2 overs. So I guess there was a pretty significant collapse there. But then towards the end, Mayank Agarwal, he almost took them home. But KG was the standout bowler because he took 2 for 28 in 4 overs, and there were 2 tough chances that were missed off his bowling also. And then he bowled the super over, and he took 2 wickets there as well. So I think if there were 2 players who were really sort of standout players, one would be Marcus Stoinis, who was batting, and then KG. He showed no sign of rustiness, and it almost felt like the KG of like IPL 2019, where he took 19 wickets, come back, and replicate those performances all over again. And towards the end, I simply have to mention this, but the captaincy was brilliant. In the last over, Mayank Agarwal was batting on 89. They had to make 1 of 1. They had to make 1 of 2, and then he hit 1 ball, over point, to the field in the deep. Shimron Hetmai who caught it, and Kevin Peterson on commentary said that a fielder there at deep point is typically there just for show, towards the end of a game, and the chances of a batsman hitting a ball there, on the last ball of an innings is just incredible. It very rarely happens. So this was brilliant captaincy. So he took the catch. They crossed over. Chris Jordan is on strike, and Marcus Stoinis bowls on the pads. He hits it promptly to short square leg, and we've got KG there who takes a very sharp catch. Incredible captaincy. The game's at a tie, and then towards the end, got a super over, and Delhi Capitals win it. So incredible. I think it's as exciting an IPL game as you ever get to watch.
Yeah, it sounds like a very interesting and interesting game. I didn't actually watch the game, to be honest, because I was quite busy in PE. But yeah, I'm very excited to see the other games as well, how they unfold and how the teams are gonna do. I'm not sure, is Matt and them still on? Was it only me and you?
I'm still here. I don't know where Matt went.
Oh.
We'll get Matt back again. I just wanted to see it for just a few seconds, just to let Marco be a little bit awkward.
Yo, he was under pressure there.
Yeah, he was under pressure. So
That was beautiful.
Aditya, I loved your review, but that's perfect. We can actually cut that out and put it on the channel separately as a review later. What is your favorite part, Matt, from the parts that you saw? What is your favorite part of that match?
Definitely Mayank's knock. Although the way he went out was, I mean, he just had to knock it into the outfield for one, and he hit it straight to the fielder, which was disappointing because he should have finished the game off there. But I think all around it was good cricket, and it's always nice to see when it goes down to the last ball.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, Aditya, you could give these youngsters, because obviously these are youngsters that you'd probably want to see in the future in the IPL. Definitely, you must say. You have to say definitely because they're right in front of you. But give them some insight into some of the guys that are kind of on a similar age to them, maybe that are in the tournament, and how do the youngsters grow their talent in India? Obviously, the IPL does amazing things for them.
Yes, so generally, what I hear from the legends who've played the IPL, and particularly the most relevant insights that I can think of off the top of my head, one comes from Kevin Peterson, where he says that in his first year, he played in the same team as Rahul Dravid, Anil Kumble, Jack Callis, Mark Boucher, Dale Steyn. It doesn't get a lot better than that. Where you have this group of players, and all of them legends, and all exchanging their own experiences, and you come out a better player. Most recently, Ben Stokes gave an interview where he said that Josh Butler went to the IPL. He played for the Mumbai Indians for a season or two, and he said that when Josh came back, I just thought he came back a better player, because what happens there is that you're exposed to crowds that are consistently in the 40,000, 50,000 sort of range, and you're expected to perform under that sort of pressure, which is very draining for an international cricketer. But somehow you have to find a way of dealing with it. And so Ben Stokes' performance in the World Cup last year, and then in the Ashes, where he made that brilliant 135 at Headingley, he attributes that to a lot of the pressure that he's dealt with at the IPL. Like he was voted the most valuable player in 2017, and he also had a pretty remarkable 2019 season, the IPL. So it's very beneficial, and there's a lot to learn budding players. So right now, Josh Philippe, who is an up and coming cricketer in Australia, he's joined up with the Royal Challengers in Bangalore, and he gets to play with Aaron Finch, Virat Kohli, AB de Villiers, Moeen Ali, Dale Steyn, Chris Forrest. It's almost like that's finishing school for him, because then when he plays for Australia, which is almost a certainty at this stage, he's going to be a much better player.
Yeah. So Matt, I want to ask you, some of the Proteas, you would have faced most of the Proteas already, these fast bowlers, like a guy like KG. How many times have you actually faced him? And when you did, even if it is in the nets, what makes him so difficult to play against, man? Like, what makes him so special, like so world-class?
Yeah, so I faced him in the Mzansi League. I faced a couple of overs from him. And then when I was with the Proteas, I was training with them, but I missed his net session, and I was begging him. You can even ask him. I was, please, but I want you to come and bowl to me in the nets. So he was sitting out the third ODI, I think, in Bloemfontein, and I said, please, but just come bowl to me in the break. And it was getting to like 5:30, 6 o'clock, and it was getting dark. And he said, okay, come, I'll bowl like 5 overs to you. And he bowled to me, and it was magical, like just to face him. He gives you no bad balls, and it's just that presence that he has when he's bowling. It's awesome to face. He's the best in the world. So, and the skills he has just to nip it away, nip it back in. on the same line, same length, and not much changes in his wrist or his action, which is world class. Yeah.
So Aditya, you can see what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to give the fans a little bit of an extra insight into the players that are playing in the IPL. And you guys will also know obviously about someone like Anrich Nokia. You played, he's one of your teammates at the Warriors. So Anrich, I mean, he's an amazing person. We know what type of lad he is. He's always cheerful, always smiling. But geez, he steams in, eh? Like, what's special about him, Matt, would you say?
I think definitely his journey that he's been through. I think probably about 2-3 years ago, he couldn't make the Warriors side. And now he's a world beater. So, and I think he came out of school with a lot of injuries, and then he was in and out of the EP side. And then I think that Mzansi League just shot him through the roof, where that first MSL. So I think he's got that mentality now where he plays every game like it's his last, because he's just, I think, really so thankful to be playing and not be injured, you know. So, and he works so hard. So yeah.
I mean, comparing him to like someone like KG, like with regards to speed. Now, for us fans, we can just look at the clock, and kind of we can gauge some fast bowlers. And I know Marco, if you also notice this, but like, some fast bowlers look a lot faster when you're watching it from the side than actually when you're in the middle, they're facing them. We know that Anrich is quick. Is he the fastest you faced?
No, I don't think so. But, I mean, I think he's probably quicker than Sasanda Magala, I would say. I'm not sure about the speed, but Magala feels quicker than him.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask you.
So that's the thing. Like, Magala will feel quicker in the nets because he bowls a bit of a heavier ball, but Anrich is quicker, you know. So, he's gas. He's at you, like he wants to hurt you. That's what mentality he has. So that's one thing that's not nice when facing him. You know, he wants to hurt you. Yeah.
So Aditya, I'm going to give you 2 questions. One you can ask Marco, and one you can ask Marco. I keep, because I'm thinking of your brother the whole time. So I was like, well, you can ask Marco, and then we can say bye to both of you, because I want to just give Matt some questions from the fans before he leaves, because I know that he doesn't have all the time in the world to chat to me all day. So Aditya, take it away just with one more question each.
Sure. My first question to you would be, what's your preparation like when you're facing steaming quick bowlers, you know, like Anrich or KG? You know, do you have a certain routine that you follow? Is there work that you've done on your back leg, your footwork, things like that?
So not really sort of preparation. Obviously, I face Anrich and Magala in the nets like all the time. But for me, it's just about getting mentally ready for that, and telling myself to be nice and aggressive, because when I'm aggressive, then my movements are a bit sharper. And then I like to stay just a little lower in my base. I try to stay a bit lower. I just feel that I pick up the length a bit better when facing quick bowlers. So I think it's just a mindset shift for me to be a bit more aggressive, so my intensity is higher.
Okay.
Anything for Marco?
Yes, of course. My question would be, like, over time, have you experienced a change in the behavior of pitches in South Africa? Because typically, you know, we don't, you know, in the last 2 series, perhaps, you know, Centurion has been rather uncharacteristic. You know, it's been low, slow, and spinning, which typically isn't the case, right?
Yes, yeah. I haven't played a lot on Centurion, but I know, so having team chats and those type of stuff, Centurion is quite spicy, or in the sense of it's a quick pitch. But where I'm from Potchefstroom, we always used to say Potchefstroom is very flat to bowl on and stuff like that. Where in my matric year, or 2 years back, when I started playing a bit for the Dragons and stuff like that, we actually discussed where it's not actually that flat anymore. Where you put enough effort into your balls, then you would always get something out of the pitch. So yeah, so then I haven't really played a lot on other pitches, but those two I've recognized there's a bit of a slight change in the conditions.
Okay, cool. So thanks, Marco, for coming on. Aditya, thank you to you too. We'll chat to you again when
Thank
there's
you.
more Proteas playing in the IPL. I'm not gonna do every single game, so only when the Proteas are on display. We're kind of doing a Proteas watch. I'll chat to you again when that happens. So thanks a lot for
Sounds
guys
good.
for tuning in.